Oh, my gosh, I'm great.
You are.
I am great.
You're on a high from that speech last night, aren't you?
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah.
You know, it was inspiring.
Inspiring.
What an incredible speaker.
Finally,
this man is.
we are going to do something about those burn pits.
Thank you.
Right?
I have a bumper sticker on my car that says, when are we going to do something about those
the
burn pits?
You know? And
now we are.
I wear a sticker almost every day. Ask me about the burn pits.
Right. I've seen that sticker.
Right.
Yeah.
And finally, people are going to do something about it because it's been on the top of everybody's list.
I mean, it may very well be a very serious issue. I
have never heard of it.
It was a surprise. I did not have burn pits on my bingo card. I did not.
No. You could have won 100 Bitcoin last night if you had burn pit on your bingo card. Mm-hmm. But no. Now, listen, I've decided to change the show just a little bit because I learn from those people in government because they're just so knowledgeable. They're surrounded by the experts. They know us better than we know ourselves. So I just want to start with Kamala Harris explaining yesterday on radio, The Morning Hustle, explaining Ukraine. And I'm learning from this. Now, listen, she's really broken it down so everyone can understand. Here it is.
If you're watching any level of news, even social media, you're seeing everything that's going on right now in the Ukraine. Break it down in layman's terms for people who don't understand what's going on and how can this directly affect the people of the United States.
So Ukraine is a country in Europe.
What?
It exists next to another country called Russia. Russia is a bigger country. Russia is a powerful country. Russia decided to invade a smaller country called Ukraine. So basically, that's wrong.
Wow.
Okay, that's amazing.
What is that?
So yeah.
She didn't revel classified information. Though,
I don't
did she?
think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. But
I'm
you never
concerned.
know.
Right.
You never know. So let me
so
explain the State of the Union. The United States is a country that most of us live in, and it's not surrounded. It has a couple of bodies of water on each side, and then down is one country, which is a great country, but it's kind of emptying out. It's leaking into our country right now, but that's a different story. Forget about that. Mm-hmm. And then on top of us are Canadians. And it's complex. That? I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get bogged down. Just think it's a smaller it's a bigger country, but not as powerful as the country, again, we live in called the United States.
And it's on top of us. Will it fall on us at any point?
No, but sometimes if you feel like somebody standing on your chest, it may be Canada. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Holy cow. This is why they think they can stand up and say, you know what? I'm tired of this defund the police. It's fund the police. And everybody on the left stands up. Yeah, finally. Because that's who they think their voter is. Russia is a country, and there's another big country, and it's wrong that that bigger country decided to take the little country. What are we, 4?
So you're saying they believe they can get away with completely reversing themselves on this policy because they think their voters are that dumb.
That
dumb. They might be right. They may very well be right that they're that dumb.
I think so. Either that or they have like a giant concussion because of a burn pit or something. I don't know.
Burn pits, that's right.
I mean, it's like, was anyone else around and saw that it was the Republicans that were like, oh, let's not defund the police? How do you expect to get away with that?
Did everyone on the left stand? Because the coverage I was watching, they only showed the Republicans standing for that part. And I wanted to see, is AOC standing? Who on the socialist left stood up for that? Were they sitting? Or did they stand up?
I don't know. I was in the throes of, you've got to be. So I was looking up at the ceiling at the time, so I didn't notice who stood.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I'm curious because that was real. That was not a Republican creation. Now, Joe Biden was never the biggest one pushing it, but a huge part of that party wanted that to happen until they got it. Until they actually tried it, and it was such a catastrophe, just like all of their other policies. This one they actually felt like they had to go and move away from. But, I mean, you heard the speech, Glenn. It was a laundry list of all the same crap they've been saying. He could have given that speech in 1988. It was the same laundry list of nonsense they've been pushing for forever.
Yeah, and we're going to take your kids, and we're going to just shelter them and keep them safe from you. You go to work. And we'll keep your kids. And it's not going to cost you anything. It won't cost you a dime.
And trust
there'll be good union members that are with your children. Oh, when I think about giving my children to somebody safe, I think of union members.
And what insane person on this earth could look at the last 2 years and think, yes, I'd like these people to be more involved in my child's education? What?
People who think, wait, Russia's a bigger country? And wait, hold on. It's wrong that they would go into a smaller country and take it? Those people.
I guess.
Yeah, those people.
I think even a lot of those people are like, wait a minute. You wouldn't even let my kid in the building.
I know. Oh, that was another one. That was another one. I was looking up at the ceiling when he actually had the balls to say, and it's important that our kids are in school and stay in school.
Oh.
But then
how could you make that publicly say that you're the people who want to keep kids in school?
I'm confused. Is the one country that starts with Ukraine, did they come up with YouTube? Ukraine? YouTube? Those people.
It's that bad.
It's that bad. It is that bad. And Americans, really, Democrats, I mean, come on. Are you really thinking that you're seeing what's happening at the schools, right? And I'm not talking about the far left people. I'm not talking about the zombies, on either side. Let's just say there's normal people. 80% of us are normal people, I think, that are like, okay, this is not working. Okay, this is not working. But we get all tied up in politics and everything else. Just set those aside. Common sense. How's this working out for you? Right? How is this working out for you? You want to give these people more power and more money? Oh, I don't know. No, I don't think so. It's like we're on a car lot and we're like, hey, it's Sam the Man with a great price for you right now. And you're like, don't buy a car from him. Don't do it. And they're like, I don't know, Sam. It spells mass backward. Mass. That's God's thing, right? All right.
Also,
let's
often follows the word cancerous.
That's a little too.
Okay,
that's a little too heady there. I mean, really. It's time for Americans to just come together on, I don't want any of these people in charge of my life. I don't want the Republicans in charge of my life. I don't want the Democrats in charge of my life. I don't want these people in charge of my life.
No. How could you? I mean, and it was constant lying. I mean,
no.
The tax cuts only benefited the top 1%, which is a blatant lie. A blatant lie. And then no one who earns less than $400,000 would pay a penny more in taxes. A blatant lie.
Hang on just a second. If you're operating under modern monetary theory, sure, the government doesn't have to raise taxes. It'll just print the money. It won't cost you anything, except when you go to the grocery store. And when I heard that inflation, the pain you're feeling is mostly because of the car industry, I thought, excuse me? How is the price of cars suddenly affecting my fruits and vegetables, milk and meat? I don't know. Those two don't come from the same place. They don't.
Well,
Where do cows come from?
we need Kamala to explain it to us.
We do. A car and a cow. They have many of the same letters, one, and they each have 3 letters in their name. Car, cow. They sound different because they are different.